And welcome back to the Factor Uncensored. More help from the U.S. to Ukraine is on the way. President Biden is sending 31 Abrams tanks to the country. Many experts believe this move is more definitive in taking sides. Here's Dr. David Brenham from the University of Houston downtown.
What's the significance of that and this particular type of tank that they're sending there?
Well, part of the significance is that Germany is going to send 14 Leopard 2s as well. And this shows that there's a team effort going on where we have a coalition. Now, the reason why it's so significant for Germany is Germany's very vulnerable. They've historically had a lot of their energy coming from Russia. As the wars went on, they've taken that down and tried to lessen their dependence on Russia. And these tanks are very aggressive. The M1s and the Leopard 2s, they're older tanks, but they're 32 feet long, 10-foot tall tanks. They can go over the terrain, and they're meant to attack. And that's a big difference than trying to defend. And
it's my understanding that Germany would not send the Leopards if the United States did not send the Abrams.
That makes that makes sense. They want to make sure that it's just like if you're in a big poker game and you're running out of chips, you want to get the people on the other side of the table to give you some chips too, so that you'll have that you have that coalition power. Mm-hmm. Germany, given the tanks, is basically saying, okay, we're willing to risk our own defense for Ukraine. And what we need is some assurance from the United States that they're going to back us up as well. So this is part of a team effort, and they're basically showing a strength of a coalition to Russia in going to Ukraine with these tanks.
And how would Russia react to this?
That's the scary part, and that's the reason why the Europeans are so leery about doing this, because Russia is the big bear, and you're poking the bear here. Russia has the ability to destroy Europe with their hypersonic missiles, their atomic weaponry. They are somebody to be reckoned with and somebody to be afraid of. But there's a calculation here that they see that Putin is on his heels. There's a good chance that we can go forward and have a victory in Ukraine. If we can establish that Ukraine is its own country, that presents a buffer for the rest of Europe, and that makes NATO that much stronger. So I think that's the calculation here.
Now, wouldn't many of these countries say, or it would embolden many of these countries if they look at what has happened? Ukraine has held its own against Russia so far. When you think,
I remember very well.
What's that?
I remember very well being on the program last year and saying, don't underestimate Ukraine. They're going to give Russia a tough battle. I honestly did not have any idea how much resolve they had. Mm-hmm. So this makes Russia look vulnerable. And that is with Putin on his heels, I think the rest of the world is thinking, let's go ahead and attack while we have a chance.
Now, do you think Russia will see this as some form of declaration of war, or like now they are truly standing against us since they've given them this kind of firepower, this kind of force that Ukraine can now use against us?
I think there's a good chance that that's exactly what they'll think. But when they say, okay, this is a declaration of war, and they're going to attack, so we have a very vital enemy here. It's a matter of what Russia will do. The hope is that Russia will back off, get out of Ukraine, and reestablish itself in Europe as Russia, and let Ukraine establish itself. That is the hope. But the fear is that Russia will double down. And that's going to mean a lot of lives are going to be lost. There's a lot of innocent people who have died in this battle, and Putin has shown that he's more than willing, to throw weapons into places where children may be, or civilians and so forth. So that's a scary thing. But the hope is that with Russia being as vulnerable as it is right now, with and Putin is losing popularity on this, that Putin will back up and just say, okay, let's establish a border, let's try to save face, let's get things back to where they need to be.
All right. Dr. David Branham, University of Houston downtown. Always good to see you and always good to have you here with your expertise on the Factor Uncensored. Thank you, sir, for joining us.